So I've just come out of seeing I Spit on Your Grave, which is the modern day remake of the classic film with the same title. Jennifer Hills is played by Sarah Butler, is a writer, and she retreats to like this cabin in the middle of bumfuck Idaho somewhere, and she's all alone and she's writing her book, and she has this like little run-in with this group of hicks, I suppose you could call them. Not to spoil it for anyone, I'm sure if you know the plot to the 79 original, then you will know that this group of hicks rape her and beat her, and it's pretty darn bad. She manages to escape, and about a month later, I think it's set, she decides to take vengeance, and it's pretty nasty vengeance. To start off with, the first hour of this film is bleak. It's horrid almost. You know, if you can't stand watching brutal violence against women, then this isn't the film for you. There's no real holdbacks to it. It's really dim. It really is bleak, and it's quite a hard watch, I would say, for the first hour. I don't think any of the audience found it. As soon as the first hour is up and she turns the tables on her torturers, this film just becomes horrific. If you're a fan of strong torture stuff, this is the film for you. And I'm sure there's going to be so many women who are going to love this film because she hurts these men bad. If you know the original or have never heard of the original, I mean, like, it's a real classic, iconic film because it's from that video nasties age where it was banned for a long time, and subsequently cut for its release. But there's a very famous scene. I won't explain that scene for people who've never seen it. That scene remains intact. Well, in its updated version, that scene remains intact. And when that scene began, and it was obvious it was going to be that scene, the audience erupted in applause. And the finish of that scene, it's really weird to watch this sort of film with this sort of audience because, I mean, I go to my local cinema and they would not react to this footage the same way as this audience did. They loved it. They ate it up. Choice of words there, when you see the film you'll understand. But they loved that scene, and they loved every scene where the men were getting tortured. The tortures that she puts on them are inventive. They're gross, they're disgusting, they're bloody, they're gory, they're foul, they're just almost vomit-inducing sometimes, but fantastic. You know, this is the fit sort of horror films, gore, torture porn, whatever you want to call them, that needs to, you know, not hold back. This film couldn't have held back on the torture. I know it's had some cuts for its festival showing, like 45 seconds, but I can't imagine, but there must have been seconds off the ends of scenes and stuff like that. Maybe just like if it went a bit too far, but it went far, and it went really, really far. So I think the version that we saw was about 109 minutes. If that's the version that comes out, that would be great. If it comes out from, you know, if the BBFC don't cut it at all from this festival showing, I don't think they will. If you're a fan of torture porn, you'll love this film. If you're a fan of the original, I'm not the biggest fan of the original. It must have been about 10 years since I've seen the original. But if you are a fan of the original, I can't see any reason why you wouldn't like this film. I think it's very, from what I can remember, it's very faithful in the story that it tells, in the way that it tells the story. It's not the same film, and you know, there's going to be the purists out there that just aren't flat out, that aren't going to like it. you know, this film delivered. This film delivered what it's promised to deliver. The acting was fine. The script was cool. It was quite. It was drawn out when it needed to be drawn out. It was pacey when it needed to be pacey. It never lingered really much on anything, and it didn't really feel like 109 minutes. It felt like a 90-minute movie. It felt quite quick. Like I said at the beginning, the first half of the film is quite bleak and quite dark, but it doesn't really linger too much on that. There are jumps, there are scares, there's blood, there's gore. Horror. You have to go and see this film. October 8th, I think it's supposed to come out. When it comes out, you have to go and see this film.